hazy day today. I'm going to look towards the western side here. Quite often from here you can see the Drakensberg mountain range. And today it's just a sort of a grey-blue skyline. A bit of dust maybe in the atmosphere, still is very dry. A bit of wind blowing in that direction. You head a little bit down to the Mulwatsi drainage line or riverbed. Look around there and then slowly start heading over to the western part of Djuma. Remember earlier this morning, if you've joined us from the beginning of the drive, we had that yellow-billed hornbill. I mentioned it was eating probably an insect from inside a giant land snail shell. Spotted one. I'm just going to grab it quickly. Almost fell over a branch there. This is what he was having in its beak. It was a smaller version of this. As you can see to my hand, it's quite a large shell. This one all full of sand and stuff inside. Out of it. This one is just covered or filled up with mud from the raining season. But quite often little animals can make a home in there. Maybe a little spider or a small beetle, even a small little lizard or a gecko. So that's probably what the hornbill was doing. It found one of these, a smaller one than this though, and it just sort of messed around with it, shook it a bit, see if it got some food in there. Imagine it's quite a large one there. You can see a bit of a hole developing in it now, but when the snail is out, the body will come out about sort of that shape. This will be quite an old one, quite a few years old. Giant land snail. One of these sort of almost odd things you don't expect to see this out in the bush. Elephant. Let's try and see him. He's hiding perfectly behind a bush at the moment. Quite a big bull. He's mid-20s or so, late 20s even. Let's see, doesn't seem... Let's see if it allows us closer to him. There we go. See, we just missed it, but he just snapped that tree over. There's a young knobthorn. Most likely want to eat the bark from that. Most of your rapacious elephant will eat basically all the different parts of the tree throughout a year period. Smaller twigs and the leaves, especially in summertime, they'll eat more of that. bark and then the roots as well. The latter two more in winter. Quite a good sized elephant this. He doesn't have very big tusks for his age, but like I said, it's difficult to age his animals exactly, but he'd be mid-20s, late 20s at the most, weighing about 4 tons or so at the moment. 4.5 tons maybe, which is about 10,000 pounds. One in Glove on Battalier Road, not too far from Drakensberg Drive. Get a strong smell from that acacia now as well. Wind coming from the elephant towards us. And the acacias are part of your bean plant family. All your plants that can, it's a bit of a long explanation, but they can bind nitrogen from the soil into their roots because of certain bacteria that live on the root. It's one of your important parts of the nitrogen cycle. That's the smell we're getting now. Something you might recognize here in Africa. Often after rainstorms you get a smell afterwards, a very beautiful after rain smell. It smells a bit like wet soil. It's the smell you get from nitrogen binding. That's what we're getting from that acacia now. Elephants just pulled out the very base part of the trunk, beginning of the roots as well. That's what he's eating, getting all the nutrients from that pulp. Bit of a bump there on his backside, just to the right of his tail base. As he's turning now, not so easy to see. It would have been from an old poke from another bull, maybe from a fight or something. He's happy enough. He's had his acacia root, and he's got a whole lot of more acacias. He's walking into quite a big knobthorn thicket. It's an area around here that's about a few hectares big, only about 10-15 acres or so of sort of smaller, medium-sized knobthorns. Perfect stuff for elephant to get good food from. Cheers, big guy. It's actually another example of what elephants feed on from knobthorns. This tree we're driving under now, just have a look at the bark here on the left hand side.